Okay, this lesson is on box plots. Used to be known as box and whisker plots, but now they've just shortened the name to box plots. So a box plot is a display that shows how the values in a data set are distributed or spread out. So you need to make sure that you're taking notes in your journal, and you're going to want to write this down. It shows how the values are distributed or spread out. Pause the video when needed so that you can keep up with your notes. Okay, so there are 5 important data components of the box plot. The first is the minimum or lower extreme. This is the smallest data point in a set of data. Then you have the lower or first quartile. This is the median. Remember, median means the middle number of the data points that is less than the median in a set of data. Sounds confusing, but we're going to talk about all of this. Then you have the median. The median is the middle number in a set of data when it is ordered from least to greatest. And then the upper or third quartile is the median of the data points that is greater than the median in a set of data. And then the 5th component is the maximum or upper extreme. This is the largest data point in a set of data. Okay, so you've already watched the Brain Camp interactive lesson, so this should be just kind of a review. Today we're just going to focus on finding the first quartile, the median, and the third quartile of a set of data. So go ahead and get your worksheet, and we're going to work 4 problems. The first thing I want you to do is, on the answer column, I want you to go ahead and label. As you'll notice, there's kind of 3 answers per question. That first column, I want you to label Q1. That stands for quartile 1. For the middle column, label it Q2 for quartile 3. I'm sorry, quartile 2. Quartile 2 is also the median. And then the third column is going to be for quartile 3. Okay, let's start with our first example. First thing you're going to do is always order your numbers from least to greatest. So you're going to need to write it. So here the smallest number is 37, followed by 41, 65, 76, 87. Then there are 3 91s. And then 97 is the last one. Okay, once you have it ordered from least to greatest, I found that the easiest way to find your quartiles is to count up how many data points you have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 pieces of data in our set of numbers. So I'm going to divide that by 2. How many whole times will 2 go into 9? It'll go in 4 times, 4 whole times. So that means I'm going to break up my data. I'm going to have 4 numbers are going to be my lower half. So I'm going to put a square around the lower 4 numbers, and I'm going to put a square around the upper 4 numbers. And then you'll see we are left with 87 in the middle. This is your Q2. This is your median. So I can over here for my number 1 answer, under Q2 I can put 87. So that was pretty easy. Now we need to find the Q1 and the Q3. So quartile 1 is the median of the lower half of the data. So of this first box, this lower box, we need to find the median. So as you can see, there are 4. So the median is going to be between 41 and 65. And what happens when there are 2 numbers in the middle? We have to add them up. 41 plus 65 is 106. And then divide that by 2. And we get 53. So the median of this lower half of the data is 53. that is going to be our quartile 1. So that'll go in the first column. And then we're going to do the same thing for the upper half of the data. Again, there's 4 pieces of data, so the median is going to go in between 91 and 91. Well, there's nothing between 91 and 91 except 91. So that will be our quartile 3. Okay, let's do another one. Number 2. Again, put your numbers in order from least to greatest. So we have 2 2s, a 4, a 5, and then there are 3 7s. So let's go ahead, count how many pieces of data we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if we divide 7 by 2, 2 will go into 7 3 whole times. So that means I'm going to want to have 3 pieces of data in my lower half and 3 pieces of data in my upper half. And again, we have a number in the middle by itself, so this is our median, our quartile 2. So we can go ahead and put that on our answer line. 5 is the median, or Q2. And now look at your lower half. The quartile 1 is the median, or the middle number of the lower half. Since there are only 3 pieces of data, you can see the middle number is 2. And if you look at the upper half of the data, the middle number is 7. So our quartile 1 is 2, and our quartile 3 is going to be 7. So all we're doing is we're taking our set of data, we're ordering them from least to greatest, and we're finding the median. The median is your quartile 2. And then we're finding the median of the lower half of the data. This is your quartile 1. And then the median of the upper half of data. This is quartile 3. And we're going to use these points when we get ready to make our box plots. Okay, number 3, do the same thing. Order them from least to greatest. I have 2 2s, a 3, a 4, a 7, 2 7s, an 8, and a 10. So let's count how many pieces of data are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. So I'm going to have 4 pieces of data in my lower half and 4 pieces of data in my upper half. So I put my boxes around those. And then if you look, there is no number in the middle like there was with 1 and 2. So that means I'm going to have to find the median of 4 and 7. What is the middle of 4 and 7? How do we do that? We add them together. 4 plus 7 equals 11. Divide that by 2. 11 divided by 2 is 5 and 5 tenths, 5.5. So the median, or quartile 2, is 5.5. And this is for number 3. Okay, now I need to find the median of my lower and upper halves. So here we go. Our median in the lower half is going to be between 2 and 3, which is 2.5. And the median in the upper half is going to be between 7 and 8, which is 7.5. When the numbers are close together like that, just think of them as being on a number line. What's halfway between 2 and 3? 2.5. What's halfway between 7 and 8? 7.5. So now I can fill in my quartile 1 and quartile 3 on my answer line. Okay, let's skip down to number 5 and let's work number 5. This will be our last example. Okay, put them in order from least to greatest. We have 1, 2. There are 2 7s and 3 10s. How many pieces of data do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 divided by 2. 2 will go into 7 3 whole times. So I want 3 pieces of data in my lower and 3 pieces of data in my upper half. And I do have a median, a number in the middle, 7. So that is my quartile 2, Q2. And then I want to find the median of the lower and the upper halves. So the middle number for the lower half is 2. And the middle number for the upper half is 10. So quartile 1, Q1 is at 2, and Q3 is 10. Okay, you're going to finish the rest of the problems on this page.